I hosted a snowball fight, and despite getting killed by this submarine, so much more happened. So now let me tell you how a normal snowball fight turned into all-out war. It's the festive season. Snow is everywhere, decorations are being put up, and that annoying song is being played everywhere. And as we all know, Rockstar likes to engage in this festive season by adding ugly sweaters, snow, and all sorts of other items as a GTA Online weekly update during this time. And since you can have a snowball fight during this weekly update, I thought, hey, why not invite fellow subscribers to have a huge snowball fight? Now after doing that, I got onto GTA Online, logged in, and went into a friend only session thinking that I was going to avoid a lot of things that unfortunately happened later on into the video. So the snowball fight was going to take place at the beach due to the lack of traffic, the open area, and all that good stuff. Cool, now I'm at the beach and the lobby's starting to fill up rather quickly. While I wait around, I start to notice a couple of things. First, this weird message. Second, that Kosatko over there, which if you watched a certain video, you know why it's giving me PTSD. Now the lobby's starting to get full and the first fight starts off a little strange. I then noticed that a lot of people were in vehicles, but I kind of brushed that concern to the side because it's still early into the fight. This APC tank was also going crazy, but I just kind of ignored it. Now this is where things are still normal. Despite the vehicles in the background and people coming in an unexpected manner, everything was still going fine and I was enjoying myself. But nothing good lasts forever. At this point in time, certain people were getting creative with their kills, and even though certain people weren't using snowballs, this general fight was still tamed. And as the fight goes on, you start to notice a change in behavior. Certain people started to get a little more aggressive, some started to do outlandish things. Like this player who almost hit me with this Titan but missed me just a little bit. Then there was this guy who almost knocked me out with his oppressor, but luckily I survived. And lastly, this guy who was just throwing molotovs at me. Time started to pass by and a whole day went through in GTA time. And this is when I realized that these LCPD cops are really working hard to stop a simple snowball fight. Anyway, while receiving more meaningful messages, I noticed that an Avenger came in again, presumably to ram me. And even though time was going by, the Avenger started to spiral more and more and more out of control until this happened. I think getting obliterated signified something, that this isn't the same snowball fight that happened earlier. This is something else. This is war. Now I spawned at the hospital all the way in Rockford Hills and I try to make my way back to the beach. And when I arrived there, I could instantly tell that the vibe wasn't the same. This is when I also realized a group of people were trying to do something, and that actually piqued my interest. While coming down this freeway, I noticed that a submarine dropped from the skies. Now that piqued my interest, but more on that soon. Now I tried to continue on with the snowball fight, but I ended up getting flattened and burned. And after that happened, I tried to get into this guy's MC, but I just couldn't. I was too late. I'm out here dying. I'm fighting for my bloody life, okay? I'm busy dying. And even though there was some snowball action here and there, it was so short-lived. I'm running from bullets, I'm running from missiles, I'm running from tanks. Just about everything you can think of is out to get me. I don't know what Rockstar sprayed in the air during this GTA Online weekly update, but people went from acting normal to somehow. I'm dying in ways I never thought I could die from. In the midst of all that, this suicide bomber almost got me, but I was able to dodge him. I then proceeded to get a height advantage and started throwing snowballs at people below me. Now after that, I took it back to the beach where we were young and carefree, and everything seemed to go back to normal. Everyone was having a snowball fight again, like nothing happened. Hell, there was even a point where we just started shooting firecrackers in the air, and we ended this event on a positive note. Nah, bruh, the war was still going on, bro. I'm getting rammed, I'm getting chased. There was no end to it. So with that battle out the way, I decided to contact that group that was trying to drop a submarine on my head, and I said, hey, I will give you a free chance to try and drop this submarine on me. On the first attempt, it was not successful. Second attempt comes around and they were fairly close, not gonna lie. Third attempt though, they missed, but they still hit me. Let me explain. So when the submarine dropped, right, it was so damaged to the point where it just exploded on impact. To this day, I still don't know how and why this person thought of using a submarine